What I am about to say now, many Manchester United fans will not agree with it, but then it's what is very obvious at the moment. United are finding it very difficult to play the style of football which they want to play. You cannot bring in Joshua Zirkzee and he cannot get into your starting lineup. There is no way, if Zirkzee cannot get into the first 11, Marcus Rashford should be starting as a striker for Manchester United at this moment. He is goal shy, no doubt, but he is supposed to be the main striker now in the absence of any other striker. Rasmus is injured. Zirkzee is not yet fit to start. So I don't even see why United is trying to use Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount as strikers or as false nines. It doesn't even go when you have a striker in the person of Marcus Rashford. Even though at the moment he is not very productive, but the person that you will need to break those lines, the high defensive lines, should be Marcus Rashford with his pace. You watch the game keenly against Brighton. By the time Mason Mount, whom I already called a second-handed player in the Premier League, by the time he even goes forward to join Fernandes in the attack, the whole center midfield is empty. And that's why yesterday you could see Billy Gilmour and James Milner, they had enough time on the ball. They could play anything they want to play. United dominated in possession, passes, fouls, and offside. That's why United had the dominance in the game. Apart from that, what else? What else? If you have to bring in a good team to play your 4-2-3-1, then Kobe Mainoo and Casemiro, they are not athletic enough. They are not athletic enough to do the running with the space created in midfield, because you're sending your midfielders into the attack line. Your attack line should be having Garnacho, Amadou, and Rashford as the striker. While behind him, you have Bruno Fernandes, Mason Mount, and Casemiro. At this point, United is going to play better. Who picks up the ball for United? Who plays as a number 10? It's definitely not Mason Mount. Mason Mount is not good enough at the present state for Manchester United to be playing as a number 10. This is where I think United have a very big weakness. Against Fulham, it was the same tactics. We were just lucky enough that Zirkzee had a touch that got into the post. Otherwise, United would have joined the game. By the time Fernandes is lost, United is unable to play the ball. Except that they are waiting for long balls behind for Diallo to run. Of course, he did one very well, and that's where United had to equalize. But when he is substituted, you see what happened when Anthony came in, another second-handed player. It's like the whole right wing of Manchester United was empty. Anthony doesn't cover up, Anthony doesn't track back, Anthony doesn't help in defense, and that is how the second goal came about. So if Ten Hag has to really work on this system, to put in the personnel that he needs for them to play the type of football that they want to play. If United want to win their next game, Mason Mount should drop to the bench. Zirkzee should start as a striker. Bruno Fernandes drops as a number 10, and let's continue to use Rashford on the wing. If there's no significant striker starting the game, Marcus Rashford should be used as the main striker. If United continue with these tactics, they're going to find it very difficult in the Premier League this season. They're really going to find it very difficult if they want to continue using Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount as their creative and their goal-scoring players. It's going to be very, very difficult for Manchester United.